Christmas card photo. Yo, that needs to be a screenshot of just us doing that.
Yeah, when you're editing, like take a screenshot and then just like
The one
um
time I'm wearing glasses, apparently.
Well, we're all wearing glasses, so you're not alone.
glasses squad, awkward glasses
I was,
squad,
I was just thinking that copper sulfate.
copper sulfate.
Or Cooper sulfate, I guess.
Yeah, I
Thanks,
forgot about copper
phone.
sulfate.
Man, we have so many things to add on that. We have Cooper Sulfate, John Austin, Fan, Gappy, Ken,
Van
YUO,
Judo.
UO. We have so many stuff. And now, oh yeah, and Touted. We
Yeah,
can't forget
Touted.
Touted.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
Hey guys, I'm doing the intro today because I don't know, we decided to switch it up a little bit. Welcome back to the Awkward Squad Reviews YouTube channel. Today we're gonna be doing a Grinch movie comparison. As you probably know at least, we've been watching like all of the Grinch movies. So like the OG one from 1960 something, I don't remember when. Um, the one in 2000 with Jim Carrey, and the recent one with Benedict Cumberbatch in 2018. So, yeah, we're gonna be comparing the last three Grinch movies we watched. So, you know, let's jump right into it.
Yeah. All right. So the first one where we wanted to compare is the general production of all of the Grinch movies. So I think that all of them in their in the styles that they did, I think they all did really well. Like I think that the OG Grinch, 1966 version is like you can't that's like a classic. You can't mess with it. And then the 2000 versions, it was in the its production was really good in the sense that they did a really good like the makeup and like costuming and all of that. And even like some of the sets and stuff were really interesting. And then the 2018 Grinch was just out of this world for me. I loved it.
Yes, if you want to see how much Eva loved it, how much Eva loved the Grinch, click the little eye. Eva's pointing right to it, to see our reaction video and our review video for that movie. Um,
Next up, so we have the music. Oh, okay. The music, the OG Grinch has the classic Mr. Grinch. You're a mean one, but Mr. Grinch, but
I don't.
but. And then and also the Welcome Christmas. It's a beautiful
Yeah.
song and very classic. But
Never know what they're saying, but
yeah, you really don't. And then the 2018 Grinch, they had those, but like the Mr. Grinch had like it was like a remixed version, a modernized version, and it's not bad. Like I didn't mind it. Like
I would say I still
interesting.
prefer the original.
Definitely, I still definitely prefer the original, but it's not terrible. Like I'm not gonna hate it.
Yeah.
And then besides that, they also had other songs. Like it made it like a movie, right?
Yeah.
They had some score stuff also, but then they had like
The
the
aggressive
Christmas song, the aggressive choir, right? Those God Rest Ye Merry Gentlemen. They had like the Christmas song from Nat King Cole, right? All this really classic Christmas music. They put it in there too, and that made the movie. And the 2000 Grinch movie, I think the only song they actually had was the Grinch song, right?
The only thing that stuck out to me, at least.
Yeah, I don't think
and
there was
also,
anything.
and also Welcome Christmas.
Yeah, they had that one
Because
too.
remember there was
Yeah.
that relatable moment where he was like singing random words.
Oh
and he
yeah,
didn't know what it
because he
was.
didn't know the words. Yeah, so those two, but then most of it was just like a score. Like they didn't actually have like singing aspect to it.
I have to say, musically, my favorite. Okay, so I'm going to split this into two categories. Favorite for specifically the You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch, and favorite overall musically. My favorite overall musically would be 2018, but my favorite version of Your Mean One, Mr. Grinch would have to be the original.
Yes, agreed.
Yeah.
And then from there, we talk about the Grinch casting choices. I still don't know who the person who voiced the original Mr. Grinch is.
Whoever he was, he did a good job.
Yeah, he did a really good job.
I think all of them did a good job.
For
I
their
feel
style, especially, yeah.
Yeah. Each version went with a different, like, went for a different type of Grinch.
Mhm.
Like, they always had the core Grinch personality, but they went for a different type.
A variation. Okay, and we kind of talked about it already, the Grinch portrayals, we kind of touched on it in the general production as well as the casting part. But you guys have anything else you want to say on how the Grinch was portrayed?
So I would say in the original, he was pretty two-dimensional. He flipped kind of like that. Both of the other versions made the flip not quite as stark in different ways. The 2000 Grinch, they never really made him fully good, I would say. Like, the way that they made that change not very drastic was they still kept, like, his selfish tendencies and everything post his change of heart.
Yeah. Like when he was talking about the roast beast, like, do you want the gizzard? No, sure. Nope, it's mine.
Whereas 2018 version went more of the route of they actually seeded him actually being attracted to what Christmas is.
And he's a good person. Like, you can tell from the beginning. He's like a decent guy.
All right, up next, this is Snoopy Max's favorite part because we're talking about the portrayal of Max in the movies.
So I think Max is definitely the most consistent character through the three, but he did have differences depending on his relationship with his respective Grinch.
Yeah.
I would say that 2018 one was the happiest one.
Yeah, they were like friends.
Yeah, like legit friends.
I would say the original one was the most resigned Max.
Okay. Yeah, I can understand that one.
And he was the one with the least autonomy.
Yeah, for sure.
Because, like, you had the 2001 pulling the lever to send him to the party, and taking the chance of him being gone to party himself. I couldn't see the original Max doing that. I think the 2000 Max was just more generally done with the Grinch than anything else.
Yeah, it's like I'm done putting up with your behavior.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I mean, you said literally everything that I was thinking. So, same brain. Again,
Copper sulfate.
Cooper sulfate now.
Cooper sulfate.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to remember that. Next up, we have Cindy Lou Who. So, how did we like Cindy Lou Who in this set of Grinches?
She was the one who differed the most of the characters that were focused on.
Yeah, because in the first one, she's like barely even there. She's like there for 5 seconds just to be like, "Oh, hello, who are you?" And he, like, that whole like 5 seconds of it.
Yeah, and she's only 2 in that movie too, so she doesn't have like a mature understanding of like Christmas or anything that they were like going for in the other 2 movies.
And then in the second movie, she was like
the only adult in the town.
Yes.
At 5.
The mature one.
Years old or 5?
How old? I don't think they ever gave
She's
her
a little kid. She was a little kid. We'll go with that.
Around 5.
Yeah.
And then the third one, she seems like an actual kid. Albeit a very mature, but like I think it's more like an older sister type mature, because older siblings like we have that sense of understanding. Rebecca doesn't know this because she's like Younger
I'm
sibling.
the closest.
Boo.
The closest I can get is being the mom cousin for my younger cousins.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Does that count?
Kind of.
Slightly, yes. In this 2018 movie, she has the maturity of like I can see her being the older sister. Like you can tell she's the older one, especially because of how she treats her mom. She like in the beginning when we see Cindy Lou for the first time, what happens? She's like, "Oh, I did this. I cleaned up the twins' toys. I did da, and then bye, mom," and then walks away. Right? Like she's definitely the older child.
Yeah, that sounds accurate.
Cindy Lou in the original, she doesn't do very much, like we mentioned, and
Her being
so
two was just for the sake of the rhyme.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. And so being that there's like two lines about her, there's so much things you can do with a character like Cindy Lou. And they took advantage of that. The second two movies, they used that.
I think it's interesting that the original Cindy Lou Who is very much a all childish innocence. That's her entire character. Childish innocence and naivety.
Yeah.
Whereas both of the other movies went much more mature route. She was still, I would kind of say, naive, but almost more idealistic than naive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that, no, you know what I think it is? I think in the original, she was really innocent, childlike, naive, right? And then in this 2001, they went for she matured. She's the one who understands the true meaning of Christmas. And so hers is more idealistic than like childlike. And 2018 tried to bring in the best of both worlds because she does have that childlike innocence. Like, we're going to trap Santa Claus. Like, he's going to make everything better. And now, speaking of Cindy Lou, we have to head into the side cast members because Cindy Lou is our last main character.
Yeah, I mean, well, one thing that we did talk about when we were planning this out, and I just want to say this on camera. So, one thing we pointed out is that in both the 2000 and 2018 versions, she's very much a main character. You have the three main characters where it's the Grinch, Cindy, and Max. And I would even say it's more just Cindy and the Grinch, but like,
yeah.
Max
is
main.
Yeah, he's got a lot of screen time, which makes him a main character.
Yeah. Whereas in the original version, I would say that she's the only, like, she's not a main character, she's a side character, and she's the only side character.
Yeah, the characters in the original are the Grinch, Max, Cindy Lou, and the Who's. That's solid.
Yeah.
Versus in like the 2001, it's the Grinch, Max, and Cindy Lou as the main, and then you have various specific town members as like side.
Yeah.
And kind of the same idea in the Grinch, but it's mostly like her friends, her mom, and brothers, like that.
Bricklebomb? You can't forget him.
Yeah. And Fred. You can't forget Fred and his family either.
Fred. There's not really much to say for the original version in terms of side characters, because that's basically all it was. We talked about what we thought about the Cindy of the original one, and there's not really much to say about the town.
Yeah.
They just like Christmas and they're nice people.
Yeah.
It's definitely the 2018 version and the 2000 version where you talk about the side characters. In terms of, there's not really a whole lot of side character overlap between the two movies. The only character that you can really compare is the mother. I guess I would almost say I want to do parent because
that works better.
In 2018 you had Supermom. So we had Supermom, but then we also had no father. But in the 2000 versions, she had both of her parents, and the dad was definitely more
Present
part
and
of the
active.
story
Yeah.
than the mother. I'd say
The
the mother
was there for
more
comic
side
relief.
character than the father. Like, there are levels of side characters, and I think that she would definitely be more side character than the father.
Yeah.
Both the father and from 2000 and the mother and Donna were the supportive parents. I think Donna being a single mother was a lot more effective.
Yes.
The
Yeah.
I know
dad.
what you mean. But then I think also part of it is because the dad was just swept up into this, and
Yes.
like everybody else. I think when he realized, what
Yes.
Cindy Lou was saying is true, he became that effective kind
Yes.
of parent.
The mom, like in 2000, the only really part that she had was she was competing with Martha May for lights, and also
Yeah.
there's that
She was
one
there for
time
comic
where-
relief.
Yeah. At least we know she did care about Cindy, though, because, she was trying to stop the
Slay, yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's all I can really say about the parents.
Then the squad.
Yes, I love the squad. Can I talk about the squad?
Oh,
You can
totally.
talk
Go
about the
ahead.
squad since
Yes,
you're a
okay.
member of
Yes. Okay, so first of all, I am grateful that Illumination decided to base a character off me in their movie. Truly blessed. The only thing I asked for is my royalties. I haven't been getting them in the mail, so if someone
They've been
can
getting
figure that out.
lost.
They've been getting lost, I think. Yeah, exactly. See, that's what it is. So,
So just send
get
one
my
big
address
check.
right. Yeah, exactly. Just a giant one. No, but seriously though, I think the squad was very fun. I think it was a very lighthearted way to show that Cindy Lou actually has friends. Like in the other two movies, like we don't know if she has friends or if she's just a weirdo. Like we don't know.
Yeah,
We
I don't
never
think in
see her with any other kids in the. Oh God.
I don't think that the squad, aside from even like Grouper, didn't leave that much of an impression on me. Like, I liked them, don't get me wrong, but I don't remember them as easily as I do the weird ones in 2000.
Oh yeah, that's totally fair. Because I mean, they're not
Except
meant
for
to.
Bricklebomb.
Oh yeah, Bricklebomb. But he's not part of the
Bricklebomb left an
squad.
impression on me. But, like,
Bomb was his own
Bricklebomb was
category.
Keenan Thompson, and Keenan Thompson is a legend. He brings like his personality to every character he plays, and it's just like so memorable and so like funny and just like I mean I just love him on SNL, so like I'm a huge fan. But yeah,
Keenan Thompson, if you ever see this video, please contact us. We would greatly appreciate it. Shree would probably faint.
I would probably die.
Yeah.
So
Well,
yeah,
Tom Holland first. We want if we could have Tom Holland and Keenan Thompson, I don't think she would ever recover.
in terms of side characters for 2018, there's not really much I want to say aside from I did really like Bricklebomb. He's just a wholesome dude.
Yeah. He's that neighbor that I would be friends with, I think. Like, I would be weirded out in the beginning, but then I'm like, he's too nice of a person. You can't hate him
Yeah.
like the Grinch does.
I thought his dog and Max were going to be friends, but I guess not. And then we can't not talk about Martha May for 2000.
I was hoping we would skip over her. She's so weird.
She is weird.
I think she's funny though.
She did have her own sort of character arc that I talked about in our review for that movie. But she was just weird. She made me uncomfortable a lot.
Oh, same.
8-year-old her, because they made 8-year-old her weirdly.
Very seductive.
Yeah.
It wasn't so much uncomfortable for me as it was like absurdly weird, and then that just made it funny, and I was like, what is happening?
I don't.
And now we have just overall plot story. So we've been touching on this because we mentioned in the beginning they all have very different ideas of the original Dr. Seuss story. So I really enjoyed like the basic childlike view of how people can change in the original. That's how children see people can turn good, like flip on a switch and they can be good. Right? And that's how they did it, and I like that story. And you can't really make a comparison for the original because it's the original, right? That's the one that set the bar. The only thing you can compare it to is the book, and it's literally the book in a movie form.
What I would say is it's the bare bones story. Both of the other Grinch movies have all of the elements it did. The comparison more comes from how from the other parts that are put into the other movies, because that context changes slightly how the bare bones Grinch story is treated and how it affects the person who's watching.
Yeah, for sure.
The 2000 version focused more on the backstory and what exactly led the Grinch to being what he was by the time of the movie, whereas 2018 did touch on his backstory, but was more focused on what was happening in the time of the story.
Yeah, and what led him to want to steal Christmas, and in the end, what led him to want to
get it back.
give it back. Yeah, 2000 was more looking at the past, and I feel like 2018 was looking at the present. What is his life look like right now? Like,
present.
yeah, there you go. Yeah, no, but that's exactly what it is. You can imagine being in Whoville and just seeing, somebody's life that way, right? This is what the Grinch does today. He's not focusing too much on what he did in the past or who he was in the past.
So it affects him, but it's not like the focus of the story.
Yeah, exactly. Just like we all have our past and our baggage, and we take that with us. But and that affects how we are, right? And so that's why for me, this one was like 2018 was more present, and like I can see all of this happening in real time.
Yeah.
The 2018 Grinch movie was very, all right, wait for it, wholesome. Yay!
Of course.
Another 10 out of 10 transition segue to our next and final topic.
Segue.
Yes, transition segue. It's a whole.
That's not repetitive or redundant.
No, of course not. Wholesomeness was kind of a factor, especially in the 2000 movie that we talked about. And we're not going to really talk about it a lot in this video, because we did debate the merits of the wholesomeness of the 2000 Grinch movie, which you can check out in the review. But just generally speaking, the wholesomeness of, just generally speaking, each and every movie. What do you guys have?
I would say least wholesome is the 2000, and the most wholesome is the 2018. I don't know, maybe the 2018 is a hot take, but
I agree. No, I agree with that.
I would say 2018 and 1966 are tied for most wholesome, and then 2000 is just behind them. Like it's just, I mean, it's last, but
I don't know. I'd almost put 2018. The reason why I'm putting 2018 as more wholesome is because you get a lot more of the family love.
That is true.
Aspect.
Yeah, they don't really go that much into detail in the original one, which is, I think, which it makes sense.
And it makes sense. Yeah.
The thing that makes the 1966 one just as wholesome, in my opinion, is just because it takes me back to the book. Like, I remember, I mean, I didn't even grow up watching this movie, like watching the TV special at all. Like, watching it for the reaction was the first time I saw it. But I grew up reading Dr. Seuss books, and I grew up reading How the Grinch Stole Christmas, Oh, the Places You'll Go, all that kind of stuff. And watching that special just transported me back to those days. So I guess you could say I'm a little bit biased based on the nostalgia, but I think a lot of people are because it is, like you guys said, the OG. It's the classic. So I think that itself just makes it way more wholesome for me.
I think for me, it's like 2018, like 1966, and then 2000. That's kind of the range I have here. 2000 was definitely the least wholesome of all of them. For me, it goes out of the wholesome range just completely. I think there was a lot of weird stuff in it, but again, I'm not going to go into that. That we talked about it in the
part of our
debate.
and
Yeah.
I will respectfully disagree, but you can see that
I'm
in
sorry,
our other video.
I
Yeah.
can't get the joke about the keys in the bowl
Oh,
and
Yeah, that's killing me too now.
we got
now that I know what it is, I don't like it.
yeah. It's a sad day when I have to explain a dirty joke. Final thoughts then?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think out of all of them, we should probably say which one was our favorite. For me, it was again a tie. Oh, actually, I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's a tie. Actually, I don't know. Someone else go first. I'm thinking.
Rebecca.
I have to say the 2018 version is my favorite, with the 2000 version as my least favorite. The reason why I say that it's my favorite is because it just, like, as much as I love the original, I'm a character person, and the 2018 version just, like, has characters who are characters, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And I like that, and I also like wholesomeness, and I told you that it like ekes out on top in terms of wholesomeness for me as well.
Yeah.
I still
For
love
me,
the original, but I also appreciate, like, the humor and stuff that went into the 2018 version, which is kind of a surprise to me because I was not going into it expecting to like it as much as I did.
I was expecting to like it because I thought it would be like the other Illumination movies, right? I was kind of expecting it to have like, because I like those movies, and so I thought I like their humor. So like I wasn't expecting it to like it this much, right? For me, like I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm my favorite would be the Grinch 2018 movie, but like it's directly correlated to the wholesomeness of each
Oh
movie.
yeah. No,
Like like
this Grinch movie, like, exploited all of your, like, loves.
oh yeah, it was everything I ever wanted in a Christmas
Once
That's
movie.
why
we
I
were
wanted to
watching,
show
I
it
was
to
like,
her
okay, this is Eva's new
specifically.
favorite.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no, but it's directly correlated to how wholesome the movie was. And nothing against the original. I do have a very large fondness in my heart for it. It's just this one really put everything I've ever wanted in like a Christmas movie into a movie, and it made me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And poor Stuart and Harriet, and even little Max if he escaped because he was in the middle, were squeezed to death. Like they were like choking because I was squeezing them so hard, and I was like, because I was so happy, and I was like, oh, like everything I always wanted. And so the warm fuzzy feelings, really made
I'm
the
just
Grinch
sitting here
put it on top.
feeling like a mid ground because, like, I think because I definitely have not reached the level of love for it that Eva has, but, like, I do like it, and I would say it's my favorite.
Yeah.
Especially because I also really enjoyed the music because I'm a music
Oh,
person.
Music
that
is
made this
bomb.
movie so good. That made this movie so much better. Like it
Except
just
for, like I said, the You're Mean One Mr. Grinch song, still OG is best.
yeah, for sure.
True.
Tree.
I will probably go like give in to the peer pressure and go with the 2018 because I was stuck between the original and the 2018, and I decided to go with the 2018 because, well, I have a lot of memories or one specific memory, or I guess I have more memories now that I've watched it with you. But also because it's just such a wholesome movie, and it's, just for all the reasons that you guys said, it's a fun movie. It's got some of my favorite actors and comedians in it, and I have so many inside jokes with my friends because of this movie. So
Wow, but I don't think that's it, right?
yeah.
This has been a fun experiment, doing a comparison of all the Grinch movies.
Yeah. Yeah, it really has.
Well, that was it for our Grinch comparison and analysis video. If you like this video,
Extravaganza.
yes,
Extravaganza.
This is
I'm
our
just really excited.
last video of the year. So, we'd like to reiterate again, happy holidays, happy New Year. If this is after Christmas, I mean, Merry late
Late Christmas.
I
Happy
guess.
day after Christmas.
We hope you enjoyed our entire Christmas video series. I know we certainly enjoyed watching all the Grinch movies and reacting and reviewing all of them. So this was
Hey,
really
maybe
fun
if
for us.
everyone really enjoys these, we'll do something similar next year as well.
Oh yeah, and
Yeah.
sure, maybe
Let
other
us know.
holidays.
We're down for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, let us know down in the comments if you guys want to, and some Christmas movies. It doesn't have to be like Grinches, like we did, like three
Yeah.
separate Grinches and compared. It can be like Home Alone and then Die Hard. I guess
Two.
I don't know.
Oh, Die Hard. Why would you compare Home Alone and
Because-
Die Hard?
It's compared
No,
to
I'm
a
just
Christmas
saying.
movie.
Yeah, like I'm
It's-
just.
But they're
It's just
not
Christmas.
similar.
It's considered a Christmas movie.
Yeah, so that's why.
So weird.
So, guys, make sure to comment below how you rank the Grinch movies. Which one is your favorite, least favorite, and how you rank them wholesomeness wise. I'd be
Mhm.
interested to read those.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
like and subscribe.
Yes.
Yeah.
And hit that notification bell icon so you know when our videos are coming. And
See you in
follow us
January.
on Instagram as well so that
Link in the
you can see our
description.
posts. Yes, link in the description. If you want to know right now and you don't feel like going to the description, it is at Awkward Squad Reviews. And yeah, I think that's it, guys.
Also, we do have a surprise in the new year, a little special, little something different that we don't normally do right now because, we react to and review movies, right? We have a little bit of a surprise coming in the new year. And, just a little hint, if you like, dancing, maybe you will enjoy this video. I don't know. I'm just saying.
We're not gonna be dancing, by the way.
No, yes, we're not dancing.
We're not dancing.
I will. You do not want to see that. But this. If you like. Oh yes, Mr. Schnee.
Yes,
No, but if
Mr.
you
Schnee's
like
an amazing
dancing,
dancer.
if you like dancing in formal attire, so if you figure out what this could be, let us know in the comments if you figure out what our special. But if you like dancing and formal attire, we have a little special video coming out in the new year. So that'll be fun to do. So check that out too when it comes out. That's it, guys. Bye.
Bye.
We wish you a Merry Christmas.